It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see a rematch of the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the New England Patriots, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Halfway between Boston and Providence, it's the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
Here is the kicker, John Parker Romo, to get us started. And off we go from Foxborough. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
Mike, I remember the first time I watched one of his college games, and I was blown away. I mean, the accuracy. That ball looks like it's jumping out of his hand. He is physically talented. He's mature. He's played a lot of football. He has overcome a lot of adversity, man. That is a formula for success in the NFL. He might have to wait a little bit to find his time, but the more opportunities he gets like here in this one, I think he has a bright future.
On second down, here's Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground, here is the rookie from Michigan State. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And the running back's going to get all the stats and all the glory, but make no mistake about it, Mike, that was a great team effort on that run play. Everyone executing their blocking assignments to perfection. He's able to pick up a nice gain and fresh set of downs.
Pitts is the man in motion. On first down, it's Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Now the lefty Penix on first down. Quick throw, taken in, and they will take him down at the 20-yard line. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
That was just a race to the edge, and in this case, Mike, he just wasn't the winner. I mean, at this point, when the defense is out there waiting for you, it's tough for any runner in this league to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. From the gun, it's Penix. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to be taken down. Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. From the gun, here is Penix. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson. What a move! He's in! Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
From a talent standpoint, Drake May has every physical quality that you're looking for to play modern-day NFL quarterback. He can, of course, make all the throws. He's big, strong, and he is a very good athlete. He just needs some time. He needs to sit back and wait for his opportunity to play. Looks like that day is today, and I think if he goes out and plays to that potential, this is the first step of him becoming a legitimate NFL franchise quarterback.
Now he'll run. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. Second down and 3. From out of the gun, here's May. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That's complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Antonio Gibson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They motion the slot man left. They run on the jet sweep. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's May. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. So the ball's still at the 8-yard line for 2nd down and goal. Off the bootleg. Here's May. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
They'll try and throw. Here's May. And that is incomplete. So on now is John Parker Romo to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Romo's kick is good. And the Pats are on the board. It's 7-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Jamal Agnew now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Falcons offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. We're going to go play action with Penix. That's into the hands of Werner, the tight end. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down. Now Penix. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up second down. Penix going to throw again. Quick throw here is complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First and 10. Throwing again, it's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Look him up on a second down and 8. Pitts is the man in motion. Again, it's Penix. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. A gift, and here comes Robinson. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll put a receiver in motion right. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. Robinson, a first down and more. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
To throw is Penix. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Michael Penix. Touchdown, Falcons. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
On is Koo for the point after. His kick is good. And the Falcons extend their advantage to 14-3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return, it's Antonio Gibson. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Now, May. He keeps it himself.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
2nd and a yard. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5. May gonna look to throw. He'll spot Henry open downfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing now is May. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete. Third and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he will have a Patriots 1st down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football. One quarter in the books. 14-3 is the score. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. To throw on 1st down is May. Got his man at the 6. And he's into the end zone. Hunter Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Now the try here for the point after. He's got it. And the Patriots are back within 4. It is 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Ray McLeod on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Falcons offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. Another run here for Robinson. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Harold Landry there on the tackle. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. So on 4th down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. That's Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard.
Defenses always have to make a decision, Mike. How do they want to defend the zone read? Some teams want the quarterback to keep the ball. They want the ability to tackle the quarterback. Other teams, they want it to be a give read, and that's what we saw here. They were ready for it, and they take the running back down for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down, May. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Throwing is May. He'll try and get there on the ground. And May will not risk it. Into the slide. And he's got the 1st down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw now, May. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
Watch the pursuit by this defensive end. The quarterback tries to escape the pocket, but he just keeps on chasing him, and he closes that ground in a hurry and brings him down for a big sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's May. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and It's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From out of the gun, here's May. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Patriots ready for the punt. Back deep, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. He'll take this in back at the 16. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. London brought in motion. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
How often do we see, Mike, the running back, they get a little too antsy and they go a little too fast on these screen plays. In this case, great job by the back. First, he let his offensive lineman go out. He then follows behind. That's the key to a good screenplay.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. From the gun, it's Penix. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll go again with Robinson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. From the gun, here is Penix. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, Atlanta. He'll try the right side with Robinson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's Penix. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
On first down, it's Penix. And that ball incomplete over the middle. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Penix. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
We spent so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make. And of course, that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL. But also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on 3rd down, and give yourself a chance.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll throw. It's Penix. They'll try to set up a tight end screen with Pitts.
They pick up a nice chunk play there through the air on 3rd down, but it's not quite enough to move the chains. Now the question is, how aggressive is this head coach willing to be as he tries to extend this drive?
4th down, and the Falcons turn to Younghoe Koo for the field goal. This one will be from 37 yards out. Koo's kick is good. And the Falcons will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Gibson. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. And in motion, it's Diggs. They'll try the jet sweep with Diggs. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now a give on the ground. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So you find yourself in 2nd and long. What you're thinking here as the play caller is just get this into a manageable 3rd down situation. But after that rush attempt and that big gain, they now find themselves in 3rd and short, which makes it nice. They can run or pass.
It's the tight end Henry in motion. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's not going to get the 1st down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here early.
Here's Bryce Behringer now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. Now the lefty Penix on first down. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll lead to a second down. Back to throw. Here's Penix. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there, and that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. Two incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. Now the Patriots are going to use their first timeout. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to take over once again. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. To throw is May. He'll set up the screen for Gibson. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He's got his big tight end, Henry. He'll get this up to the 30, about a yard or so short of the first down. Here's third down and a few inches. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw again is May. He'll find Diggs working across the field. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome. So it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. May to throw again. toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. May to the air once more. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. Here's May again. A throw on the move is caught. A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. May gonna look to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. Throwing now is May. That'll be complete to Gibson. And room to operate as he takes it down to the 2. So on now is John Parker Romo to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So we reach halftime and the visiting Falcons are in the lead. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, for the coaches, Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. It was a former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Gibson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, here's May. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Throwing on 2nd down, May. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Now, May. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will slide down with the first down for the moment, but there is a penalty flag on the play. They'll run here with Gibson. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's May. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. A carry now for Gibson. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Throwing is May. Diggs on the reception. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. First and 10. Now Gibson. Whoa! And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get 1st down after 1st down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
To throw now, May. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Now here's 2nd and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one, take it in. Middle of the end zone. Touchdown, New England.
And once they let the quarterback out of the pocket, it just became too many options at their disposal. They got to keep him in the pocket and limit the run option. Once he's out there on the perimeter, Mike, his ability to either throw it or take it in himself, it just puts so much pressure on these coverage defenders and results in an easy touchdown.
Now, for the point after. He's got it. And the Pats go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. McLeod now to return. They get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Now he'll run. Second and 7. From the gun, here is Penix. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Pitts is the man in motion. On 3rd down, it's Robinson. And he's going to have enough for the first down. They'll mark him up at the 39-yard line.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Robinson. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. That's Carlton Davis bringing an end to that one. They face 2nd down and 7. Pitts is the man in motion. They run over center with Robinson. Robinson, a first down and more. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 19-yard line. It's a big run by Robinson. 39 yards.
Explosive plays. Teams understand just how valuable they are in regards to the ability to score points. Typically, they come through the air, Mike. In this case, they got it on the ground. Now they find themselves inside the red zone.
Short throw taken by Pitts. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. From the gun, it's Penix. And he's going to slide down with the first down inside the 5.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
Pitts is the man in motion. To throw is Penix. There's that man again. Another catch. Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. Looking to throw, it's Penix. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Michael Penix. Touchdown, Atlanta. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Here's Coop for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Falcons have taken a 4-point advantage. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Gibson. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense and Drake May making their way back out. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. He's going to keep it himself. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
There he goes again, taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
This is one of the things you love about having a young, athletic quarterback, but you want to make sure you don't take advantage of it. You can't rely too much on his running here early in his rookie year. Find that balance as a passer and being the dynamic runner that we saw from him in college.
To throw on 1st down is May. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the ground, Gibson. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5. Handoff here, up the middle. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They'll stick with him again. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Gibson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now a give up the middle, and he's in! Touchdown, Patriots!
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
The extra point by Romo is good. And the Patriots go up by 3. It's 27-24. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Agnew on the return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Pitts is the man in motion. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Back to throw. Here's Penix. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
You got to find a happy medium as a quarterback between knowing when to extend the play and just knowing when to go down. In this case, the defensive tackle gets there in a hurry. He puts an end to this play before it even gets started.
What can they do here on third down and 7? From the gun on third down, here's Penix. He'll go left side here and complete this one. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him... Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. One of the Patriots has it. Well, they come up with the turnover on defense. The quarterback choosing to keep it, and the defense choosing to take it away.
Mike, anytime a quarterback turns into a runner, the defense loves it. They want to take a shot at him. They want to take a shot at the ball, and that's exactly what they were able to do here. Force the fumble, get the ball back. Great job there by the defense.
The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a first and 10. To throw is May. That's to the right side and incomplete. They'll try again here, second and 10. It's the tight end Henry in motion. Up the middle they go. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He'll try to run for it. And May will not risk it. Into the slide. And he's got the first down. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
This is the point in the game, Mike, where on third down, you have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the first down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And it'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Now they'll set up to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. So a big one coming here for the kicker, John Parker Romo. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Agnew on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. London brought in motion. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. Up the sideline to the 40. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
We'll go play action now with Penix. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. On second down, Penix. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. So they come to the line for first down and 10. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Look him up on a second down and 8. Throwing is Penix. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Big play coming up. This is third down. Here's Penix. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Oh, how good was that? Out of bounds, and they're going to mark it at the 2. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. On first and 10, here's May. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Well, there's really two schools of thought, Mike. You have yourself the lead in the fourth quarter, and a lot of people just say, let's sit on it, let's play smart, just don't give anything to the opposing team to let themselves back in the game. Well, that's exactly what they almost did here. They put the ball in the air, tried to remain aggressive, and they're lucky it didn't come back to bite them.
Here comes third and 6. From out of the gun, here's May. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, New England.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? To the ground after the penalty. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down, or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. Now, May. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing is May. He'll look deep here for Diggs. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Here's May again. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. May to throw again. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. From the gun, here is Penix. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play! Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. On 2nd down, here's Penix. A throw on the run is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. Quick throw here is complete. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Penix gonna throw again. Now he'll run it. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, they'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. This crowd trying to be a factor, getting very loud now. It's 3rd and 5. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
If you can rush the passer, you can close out games, and that 3rd down sack is going to go a long way to closing this one out. Forces 4th and long, a desperate offensive possession. It's going to all come down to this 4th down try.
We are set for 4th and long. They'll try and throw it with Penix. That's taken in. And this is not going to do it. The defense comes through here in the final minute, and it may just be enough to get them a victory.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
First and 10. Slot man in motion left. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. A carry now for Gibson. And it'll be marked down up around the 18-yard line. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. Clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. One final kneel down here inside the 40-second mark should be enough to put this one on ice. Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for the Patriots. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners at home as we say so long from Foxborough.